I gotta start it off like this. Put it in my bun, but I don't think I can get it in the bun. Probably look crazy, but oh well. Love and Hip Hop ATL, Season 7, Episode 5, Dangerous Liaisons. Well, the show starts off with Tierra, just how it ended last week. Tierra, that is Scrap De Leon's baby mother. She reaches out to Tommy, and Tommy is like, you know what I'm saying, she knows she needs to let the past be the past or whatever. And she said the only reason that her and Tierra was beefing was because of Scrap. So now that he in jail or whatever, she feel like they don't have no reason to beef. But they wasn't never friends anyway, so I don't know why she worrying about being cool with Tierra. But anyway, Tierra's the one that wanted to meet up. So Tierra basically wants to know if her and Scrappy still got anything going on, because her and Scrap have talked about getting back together, living in the same place, so she has to make sure that nothing's going on. And Tommy like, I'm not really worrying about Scrappy no more. He's all yours or whatever. And Tierra was like, well, we'll see. Not okay. You know, I'm glad we talked this out, but we'll see. Like, she can tell that it's still a possibility that Tommy will try to still talk with Scrap, which is crazy. Because Tommy's saying that she don't want nothing to do with him. She don't like his mother, KK. So what would be the purpose? But we'll see. And he's supposed to be getting out of jail any day. Like, so he been in jail already. You know, they were acting like last season or whatever season that was, like he was going to be in jail forever. But he already about to get out. So Rashida, she takes the idea that Kirk says that she's going to be doing a workout video for some bread, so she decides that she need to get in shape. Like, why isn't she already in shape? Like, if she's doing a workout video, it seems like the reason why you're doing the workout video, another reason anyway, is because you're already in shape, and, people always asking you to let them, tell them what your routine is. Just like when people do the makeup, people want to know about what's the makeup routine. Maybe they can copy it. Just like with skincare, people think that they can follow the same exact skincare, but you asking a person that you already seeing, well, no, that's not true, because there's a lot of trainers and people with, skin conditions, have bad acne, a little bit overweight, but they can still be trainers and stuff. It's dietitians that don't even have the best diet, but they still, help others with their diet. So let me take that out. But anyway, she's going to be doing a workout video. She's getting in shape. She working with this trainer. He looks really big and buff, I don't know if I'm attracted to what he looks like, but he's big and buff, and he got a job, and he's training people. And Rashida don't seem to be looking at him as like a potential side dude or whatever, but when the mother ends up seeing him later in the episode, the mother lets her know that, hey, it ain't nothing wrong with testing the waters. But anyway, let's move on. Jessica Dimes, she's 10 weeks pregnant. Her doctor is Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine, and she heard the heartbeat. She was so excited and happy. Her man, Sean, he wasn't able to be there due to work, so she had to do it alone, and she hasn't told anybody. But I bet if Carly Red knew that she was getting her sonogram, her first ultrasound, and Sean wasn't able to make it, I know she would have showed up for her, or one of her other friends. But her mother, her father, friends and stuff, nobody knows at this time. Oh, and congratulations to Jessica Downs. She's had her baby or whatever. That's what I believe. I hope I'm not, giving false news, fake news, but congratulations to her. Tommy's friends with Jock and with Tammy. Jock is the one that used to be dating Carly. Supposedly him and Tommy had a little thing going on, but that didn't work out, but they friends. Tammy, she used to be a cast member on the show. Now she's not on the show, but she still shows up on the show, and she's Tommy's friend now. Well, they do have daughters that's around the same age, so I guess, now that's why they cool or whatever. But, Tammy, she working on music. Jock say, he just solo, dolo, doing whatever he feel like doing. And Tommy says she got 2 singles coming out, just like Nicki Minaj now. I got the chopstick things up in my head now. I was blasting her singles for the past few days. I haven't heard Tommy's singles yet. And she's on a show, and the show was recorded months ago. So, I don't know how that computes, but yeah. Stevie J brings all his family and friends together. Well, not all. Mimi came and she brought her girlfriend. He got younger kids, but a couple of the kids was there, and Kirk was there and everything. Well, he brought them all together because due to his child support issues that we've heard about in the blogs and things months and months ago, he has a chance of going to jail. Well, I guess that means that we know that he didn't go to jail because this was taped a long time ago. So he had a chance of going to jail for 4 months for having to owe over $1.3 million in child support. And the child support, the money that he owes is for the 2 kids, that's Vanna and Stevie Jr. They right at the restaurant. And I think I saw the other daughter there too, but that ain't had nothing to do with her. It's those 2 kids, Vanna and Stevie Jr. And yeah, and they sad about it. And Vanna was like, it's nothing she could do about it. It's what the courts want to do. So that's what I think has to do with when you choose to put your, baby father, your husband or whatever on child support. It's like, even if he is doing stuff for the kids, if it's not through the courts, the courts is, their set money that they want you to give, and what they ordered you to provide for the kids. If they don't know about it, they don't count that. So all the Jordans and taking them out on vacations and all that does not count with the child support system. So you still gonna have to owe that money. So it seems like you have to just pay the government. You can't give the money to the mother or to the child, because that stuff is gonna add up. So if you're gonna put these dudes on child support, don't be expecting them to be giving you any additional money. But dang, so what? That means these baby mothers be getting a lot of money, because if they get the side money and the child support money, that's a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but, while they, at the restaurant, he told the news, he ended up having a couple of minutes to talk to Kirk to find out, what was going on with Rashida and the baby mother, Jasmine or whatever. And he was like, yeah, well, she knows about it, and I'm trying to get back home. And Stevie acting like, well, how long is it going to take for you to get there? Just keep telling her that you want to be there. And he like, well, I'm trying. And then he talks to Mimi, and Mimi gets the, she, like, I think that was in season 4, a long time ago. She was a manager. She managed people, artists or whatever. Nothing came from that. No, I don't hear about any Mimi artists in 2018. But Stevie has decided that he's going to put her managing skills to the test, because if he does go away for those 4 months, he wants Mimi to take care of all his affairs, when it comes to Estelita, when it comes to Brittany, because when he was talking to Mimi, he was acting like he already signed Brittany, just Brittany, whatever her name is. But Brittany ain't signed no papers. So Mimi was like, well, I don't mind. This is at the restaurant. She's like, I don't mind helping you out or whatever. I'm going to be a liaison, but I don't know if I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and be the go-between, but I don't know about managing these people. But by the end of the show, she is going to be willing to take over Stevie's affairs, just like he asked her to at the restaurant. Jessica Dine, she lets us know that the wedding is going to be taking place in Paris, and Carly is one of the bridesmaids. And at this time, they trying to get arrangements and stuff together, and this is another occasion where her fiance Sean is not able to show up due to work or whatever the case may be. But hip hip hooray, just like that engagement thing, when he surprised with the engagement, he was able to show up. And so he was all like, since I missed the heartbeat and heard the word heartbeat, and Carly was like, heartbeat? What? You pregnant? So that's how Carly Red ended up finding out, and Jessica Dime is asking her to keep it to herself, you know, because she always spills the beans, but Carly's so happy, she ready to be Auntie Carly and all of that. So that was all smiles and cutie and cute. So Tommy can worry about trouble. Why did I put that? Tommy can worry about trouble. Tommy met up with somebody and she said she was working on her music or something, so she not worried about nothing. Well, anyway, Carly, the trainer, Carly ended up meeting that trainer the same time that Rashida was getting her workout on, and Carly had said even at that time, even though the mother, I told you the mothers end up saying it's nothing wrong with testing the waters, Carly saying the same thing. So she ended up talking to the trainer on her own, and because Rashida has repairs that she need done at the shop or whatever, light fixtures or whatever the case may be at her shop, so she ends up taking it upon herself, Carly I'm talking about, to get the trainer to take care of those things. And he ends up coming to the press store, and that's when the mother ends up seeing him. That's when Kirk's daughter sees him and everything, but the daughter ain't going for it. She wants her father and her stepmother to get back together. That's what her hopes are. But, you know, he fixing the stuff. I don't think he knows about, you know, trying to get hooked up with Rashida. But Rashida, like, you know, hey, she might end up moving on. And you're going to have to understand that. If I can't get past this stuff, if we can't work through our marriage issues, it's going to probably, more than likely, be a new man in my life, or whoever in her life in the future. Like I said, because I already kind of revealed that, Mimi ends up deciding that she does want to see if she still got the manager bug, you know, if she still got that niche to do that. So she does decide to take up Stevie J's affairs, and she talks to Brittany and Estelita, got Erica Mena and all them coming together, and they did all these fake hugs and stuff, and just Brittany brought Keely with her, and Keely decided to, what she said she was going to do, be her project manager, help her through with working with Stevie J. Stevie J ain't worried if Keely is around or not. He all like, hey, all help is good help. But it looked like the meeting kind of went off all good in their eyes, and Mimi acting like she doing a darn thing. She's going to plan this event, and all the girls are supposed to be doing it. But Jess Britt feels like she's been disrespected by Erica Mena and Estelita, and Erica, you know, she goes off the handle, and she all like, hey, da-da-da, we both, she ends up fighting with security in the end, and she cusses the security out, and I was wondering who, you know, she was talking about when they showed a little preview of it, but she was talking to security, talking about she the one that gave them jobs, and without her, they wouldn't have a job, and she got escorted out of the meeting with Mimi. So that's how Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 7 Episode 5 ended, I think. I watched Leave It to Stevie. I watched Tiana and Iman. Stevie, you know, he being daddy, got the kids, you know, finding out that, you know, it's not easy out here in the world, and it takes hard work. So he's trying to teach them valuable lessons. He had Tommy in the episode, and yeah, and he wants to open up like pop-up parties or whatever, talking about Sleazy J's, something for a good time. Why is he like he's somebody, he taking ideas that everybody gives? Well, people don't even, they just be talking about Stevie, but he like the somebody said that in previous seasons. He taking that as oh, that's an idea, I'm gonna take it on. Stevie is so funny. It's kind of cute. Something's going to have to work for him at some point, because everybody feels like, you know, he's a good producer and he's a good guy. You know, he just a little loose when it comes to the ladies. But yeah, that's my review. And I'm feeling sorry for K. Michelle, but not really, because she decided to do all this plastic surgery. She lied and said that she didn't do, all she did was fat transfer, but come to find out, K. Michelle put the silicone stuff in her booty, and is she having a hard time getting the stuff out, and she's supposedly having illnesses due to having these surgeries. But we can't forget other celebrities have got these surgeries, and they not having no issues, at least not publicly. So, you know, it's a luck of the draw when it comes to getting these surgeries illegally, not illegally, because, you know, Carly Red, she said she got illegal things done, but her stuff is still working out for her. Carly Red, you know, she's pregnant. She performed at Coachella. She was shaking that stomach around. She was twerking with that stomach everywhere. And it's just like, it didn't look too great to me, but, you know, I know that there are strippers and girls that's pregnant that still dance. So she's doing it for them. So I guess that's a good thing. But it was funny seeing that on Coachella, especially after watching Beyonce perform. I stayed up. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I was dancing. I was smiling. I was just... She looks great. I love Beyonce. I'm glad that she decided to not perform at Coachella so she can perform as awesome as she did at Coachella. She brought out Destiny's Child. They all looking awesome too, you know, and I'm in their age range. I'm Destiny's Child. I'm Beyonce. I'm Nicki Minaj. Yes. So yeah, that's my age range, and it's some beautiful my girls my age out there. So gotta keep the youth going. That's the plan. That's the goal. Anything else? Happy 420 for people that celebrate 420s and all that. You know, that's something that people doing. You know, it's real. You know, so hopefully, you know, nobody thinks of me in a negative way because I said that. That's something that, you know, this world has come accustomed to hearing. So don't hate on me. Anything else? Nope. Check you next week. Peace out.